going on? What's going on? About to hit the gym, but before that, let's do another video. Devine Haney versus Gary Russell. Trying to figure out what exactly is going on with that particular situation. Now, when it comes to Devine Haney, if y'all watch any of my videos, I have questions when it comes to that boy. You know what I mean? I'm really wondering if he really wants these particular fights, or if it's just kind of, I hate to use the word, but even more of like a clout situation, clout chasing type of situation, where just due to the fact that he's attached to Eddie Hearn, and when it comes to Eddie Hearn, what he likes to do is he likes to get one of his particular fighters, attach another fighter's name to that particular fighter, but then still just fight other people instead. But try to keep his fighter's name, in the media, off the potential or them, quote, willing or wanting to fight that other fighter. But when situations come around, all right, when you could actually make that happen, you skip around it and you make reasons for why not to do it and excuses for why it can't happen. And that's what he usually does. And then usually when one of his fighters has a fight coming up, all of a sudden you hear them calling this person's name out. And after the fight is done, that kind of disappears for a while. And especially you see it start to happen as soon as usually people sign with him. So because of that, I have my ears my ears back, my eyes are open, and now I'm looking to see what's going on with this particular fighter. So when it comes to this particular situation, we know Gary Russell, previously, I guess, Devine Haney's team had contacted him about, seeing about doing doing a fight, supposedly. He says, this is my number. This is how much I want. After he gives us a number that they want, they stop talking to him. They didn't try to negotiate with him. They didn't get back to him. Nothing. They didn't give him a counter offer. Nothing. They never give him an offer, right? So, later on, Gary Russell's on, Barbershop Conversations, and he's explaining what exactly happened and saying, this guy's scared of him. Devine Haney's dad comes over there, starts talking his scrum, and basically we get down to the Terrence Crawford situation. So now with the Terrence Crawford situation, we're getting Gary Russell offers Terrence Crawford offers Kell Brooks $1.5 million. Gary Russell says, hey, you know what? Me and you have something that's personal, and I just want to get my hands on you. So when it comes to you, I'll put business aside and I'll take that $1.5 million to fight you. And so as Devine Haney's team sees this, they put that, they put that information out like, yeah, we'll give you that 1.5. You know what I'm saying? We'll give you 1.5 to fight. So Gary Russell comes back and says, you know what? Nah, I'll fight you, but we choose business. With him, that's personal. So you would think that Gary Russell might be trying to say, now, give me $3 million, give me $4 million, or something of that nature when it comes to Devine Haney because it's business. But no, what he does is he just offers him, he just says, give me another 0.5. Basically, give me $2 million and I'll fight you. And then Devine Haney's answer to that is the new way of ducking is overpricing yourself. Which is like, how's he overpricing himself? He's been making, the last 3 fights, he's been making over $1 million a fight. Fighting absolutely nobody. So he's literally asking you for a few $100,000 more than what he usually gets paid anyway, in general. And this is the biggest thing. Gervonta Tank Davis, because, Devine Haney is basically signed to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn takes care of all the logistics and the business aspect as far as setting up these fights, venues, all of that. He does all that, right? So this is the thing when it comes to him. Gervonta Tank Davis, Mayweather Promotions, offered Tevin Farmer $2 million to do a pay-per-view with Tank Davis. Offered him $2 million. Obviously, you get your back into and everything, but offered him $2 million in order to do a bout. Eddie Hearn turned around and said, absolutely not. That the offer was laughable. The offer wasn't anywhere near the ballpark. The exact $2 million that Gary Russell's asking for. But Tevin Farmer, he said it wasn't enough. It was laughable. So why would it be laughable, for when it pertains to Tevin Farmer, but somehow it's not good enough when it comes to Gary Russell? Which would be one of your most hyped up fights, which would be one of your most viewed fights, and it'll be that big, huge step up that you supposedly want that would push Devine Haney to that next level. It just seems as if somebody's screaming as if they want, they're hungry, they're hungry, they're hungry. You want food, they want food, they want food, they want food. They're hungry, they want to eat, they want to eat, they want to eat. They want to eat. They're consistently talking about how they're starving, 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 starving. So you say, yo, here's a pizza. Nah, I don't want to have a pizza. Yo, here's some tikka masala, man. We got some chicken, some Indian food with some rice. Nah, I don't want that. Yo, here's a burger. I got, it's a homemade burger, top of the line, meat. We got some fries. Nah, I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm hungry, but that's not what I want to eat. That is what it seems, to me when it comes to them, it pertains to Devin Haney. It's like they're not, when certain particular fighters are saying, hey, I'm willing to fight you, they're not really trying to push the issue and trying to make those fights happen. Just kind of like with a Terrence Crawford, he used to say, I'm not getting any fights. These guys don't want to fight me, blah, 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 blah. All this stuff he used to say. But now all these guys step up and say, hey, I want to fight you. 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 But somehow now there's reasons why not to fight every single one of them. Now I just want the two champions. I just want the two champions. That's all I want to fight. If I can't fight them, I'm going to fight these other people. I don't want to fight none of these guys. Where fighting these guys would bring your popularity up. Where fighting these guys would cut, all the options of the two people that you supposedly want. You'd be chopping up their options where they got no choice pretty much but to come to you. None of that's happening. And then when it comes to this situation, it seems to be kind of the same thing. Where, there are guys now stepping up saying, hey, I'll fight you. But for whatever reason, you're not really putting that, step forward to make it happen. Especially with something like this, $2 million in order to make the biggest fight, of your career, and to have, and to have it on your platform in the zone. That's awesome. That's great. That shouldn't be any issue. That should be a done deal. That should have been word. Get that written up, send to them so they can sign it, let's go. It's a no-brainer. Yet for some reason he's overpricing himself when it comes to that. So it just become, we'll see what happens with this particular situation. And this is a guy that's coming up in order to fight you too. So all I'm going to say is, we're going to wait. We're going to see what happens when it comes to this man and to see the decisions that he makes and what he does. But it's just one other check, in my book that's making me question what they are really trying to do when it comes to this man and when it comes to his career. It's really, really becoming questionable to me. But like I've said in a million videos lately, the next couple of months, it's going to be crazy when it comes to this boxing ish. But for now, like, subscribe, share. I'm out.